Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches. Welcome to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. I appreciate you being here. I appreciate you returning to listen to my jabbering about cross stitch and what I do, a little bit of life. If you're new here, thank you for coming. I appreciate you coming. I hope you decide to stay. I hope you subscribe, like, share, all that good stuff, and listen to what I have to say. This is a channel mainly about cross stitching. Every now and then I might throw in some quilting, and I do talk a little bit about my family, just here and there, whatever's going on. I might show some haul, which isn't a lot because I am doing Stitch from Stash this year. So, but I still buy a little bit here and there. So anyway, so that's what I'm doing. Today is the day after Easter Monday. My husband is not off this week due to starting school in October because of the pandemic. And so his breaks are cut short this year. He was off Friday, Good Friday, and Easter Monday, where normally he has Good Friday and the whole week, either after or before Easter off. He usually gets 6 days total, but it was 2 this year, so I miss not having him home, but you know, got to get those kids educated. So anyway, we stayed home. Pretty much. Usually my back in the day, my in-laws would have a big crawfish boil on Good Friday, which is tradition here. This year we didn't have that, so my husband and I just kind of hung out. And then Easter Day we grilled for my daughter and a couple of her friends. My oldest son lives in Nashville, so he was up there, and then our middle child, our youngest son, drove up to Chicago with another friend to visit a friend of theirs who lives up there. So he left after church Sunday. So we went to church Saturday night. We had a Saturday night service. And so we went Saturday to save Sunday morning for families and, you know, people with more people than just the 2 of us. And then, yeah, so that's what we did. And I stitched. I had a finish. I had a fully finish. Almost a fully finish. It was fully finished for Easter, and then I'm gonna fix it up, but I'll show you that later on. So, what am I stitching? Well, I am stitching Reolus. This is Feline Family. This is part of the Reolus Sow on Instagram. There's 1 week left. There's today, and then next week is the last week that we can submit pictures, and the sow officially ends. I am hoping to finish the mama's face by then. Well, not her face, probably mostly her body. I'm working on her body right now. So I'm hoping to finish that by next week. And here's what I have accomplished. So here she is. I'm filling in all this bottom area, which is under her chin. Her little paws are on the other page. So I'm hoping to finish. I'm hoping to finish at least her body and maybe start on her face before the sow ends. I will probably put it down for a couple of months, maybe pick it up in the fall, because there's some other things that I want to work on. And this was something that a kit that I had bought a kit when they were on clearance at Hobby Lobby, and when I saw the sow, I'm like, well, now's as good a time as any to try out their kits. I am a little fearful because I'm not sure if I'll have enough fabric on this side. The fabric was very short. I think next time I do a kit, I will most likely cut my own. It looks like they maybe leave an inch on either side. I'm not too sure. Either that or I started it way wrong. But I don't know. But so far, I like it. I like their thread. It's the wool acrylic blend. And so there it is, Reolus Feline Family. And this is the next one is a Joya Noel. It is an Aurifil free chart by Susan Ake. And this is it right here. It is the 12 Days of Christmas Quaker. I started it on my mom's birthday because my mom collected 12 Days of Christmas things. And I will finish stitching on my birthday, which is at the end of May 30th. So that's my plans. I would love to have it done by then. I don't know if I will because This is all I have, just the upper left-hand corner. And that's it. That's all I've done. Once the Riola style ends, I will be able to focus on this a lot more. This will become my focus for May and the rest of April. So that is, like I said, this is going to be my focus piece. I'll still do my smalls. I might throw in a red sampler, a mini sampler during that time. But this will be my main weekday stitch. So anyway, and then last week I mentioned that I was going to be doing 4th of July stuff in April, and then I think it was on Stitching 911, somebody mentioned, is anybody doing Americana April? So I thought, well, I guess that's what I'm doing. So I am working on this free chart by Samplers and Santas, 1776. I started that Monday. I started it yesterday. And this is what I've gotten done. So I got there's 3 rows of red. I got 1 1/4 done. So that's what I have done. And these are the flosses I'm using. Again, I'm using my thrift store floss right here. Just kind of what I do, if you're new here, for my thrift store floss is I go through the DMC numbers that are recommended and I'll find something that closely matches. I have a bunch of floss that I've purchased at thrift stores and whatnot, and so that's what I'm using for this thrift store floss. It's what I use for my weekend stitches. If you're new here, I use them on my weekend stitches. I use them on my mainly my freebie charts. So I have a huge stash of DMC that I've purchased at estate sales and whatnot, but usually with those comes some old JP coats, and I inherited my mom and my grandmother's flosses, and I've picked up flosses at thrift stores, so it's kind of all this stuff just kind of thrown together. So the DMC I save for charts that I pay for, and then my freebie charts I use my thrift store floss. So there you go. And usually my freebie charts are smalls. So, and then I have a finish. Almost fully finished. It needs to be recentered. Rejoice. Rejoice, oh Christian. And I forgot my thing. But I love it. I love it, love it. My husband loves it. He wants to leave it up year round, which I agree. I think I will, you know, because, you know, the resurrection is not something that we celebrate just on Easter. It's something that, you know, gives us life. Gives us new life, gives us eternal life. So it will remain up year-round. Like I said, I do need to recenter it. But I love it. And I asked my husband, I said, what do you like about this? What's your favorite part about this? And he told me he likes the aged look of the fabric and all the different colors and the different elements. And believe it or not, the busyness of it, which kind of shocked me. But so now I know. Now I know what he likes and what I can put together. And so I think he was just thrilled that something was finished. Fully finished. But I love it. It's so pretty. And I changed the church. The church was different colors and I didn't like that. And again, this is, sorry, most of my stitching is done on 18 count Aida. So this is an 20 count actually that I coffee tea dyed. So 20 count that shrunk a little bit, not a whole lot, but it does shrink a tad bit. And it's 1/1 thrift store floss, except for the border. I had started doing 2/1, and that's when I realized it was a little too thick, but I just finished it 2/1. But everything in the center is 1/1. And so that's it. I'm so excited. I love it. It's so pretty. And this is a thrift store frame. I bought this frame at a local thrift store, and they had a box of frames without glass that were 6 for $1 and 5 for $1. 5 for $1, and I had 7 of them on my stack, and she just charged me $1 for all of them. So less than 10 cents, right at 10 cents, 10 cents more than 10 cents. I can't do math. I'm not a math person. That's my mom and my husband. So there it is. And this one right here, I am using 18 count coffee tea dyed. And, but I am doing 1/1 because I like the coverage better. It gives it a little bit more of a vintagey vibe. And that's all I've stitched. You remember last week I showed you in my haul the piece that I picked up at the thrift store that was partially done on scroll rods, and so I went on eBay and I added the chart to my wish list, and within 5 minutes the person that had listed it contacted me and offered me a deal. And so I got it in the mail. So I am excited about this. I think I'm going to put this in. I don't have a set rotation plan. I don't have a plan for 2021 or 2022. I just kind of decide what I'm going to do when that time hits. And so I think maybe in the fall sometime, maybe around August or September, I might pick this up and just work on it for maybe a month. Make it a focus piece for a month. The scroll work, if you can see it right here in the gate, is all back stitching. So it was a little confusing for me when I saw the chart versus the stitching already done, because all this was stitched except for the gate. So, you know, I was like, well, there's no spaces with the gate, but then I realized it's all back stitching. Yeah. So I'll probably work on the gate during that month. But that's it. That's my haul. And I was on Etsy, and I was looking at the Samplers and Santas, looking for their store. And while I was there, I decided to see if I could search just for 4th of July small stitches. And I discovered a seller. Now, I don't know. You may know her. I've never heard of the store before. Of course, I don't buy a whole lot of charts off of Etsy, but I found some really neat stuff. So I found this shop called the Calico Confectionery, and I found this chart, which, you know, you ever have the chart that just kind of jumps out at you and just speaks to you, and you're just like, I have to make that chart. I need to make that chart. I absolutely love this chart. So this is going to be one of my Americana April stitches. And I will do that when I finish with 1776, which hopefully I'll finish it by the weekend. So this is, again, from Calico Confectionery. They were on sale. They're not. I don't think they're on sale anymore. And then I found another one, which, again, this one just jumped out at me. And I'll be using the same fabric that I'm using for the 1776 piece. And then I'll use DMC for this because I did pay for this pattern. And then while I was there, they sent me a message saying, we think you might like this. And there's this one, I Pledge. There's just something about her charts. She had an Easter one that I wish I had seen earlier because it was so cute. But I Pledge, and I love it. So I'm hoping to get 4 of these done in April. Usually my weekend stitches I'll start working on Fridays. So I have put aside His Name is Jesus because Lent is over, and so I did not work on it at all last week. I kind of knew I wouldn't, just because of everything we had going on, you know, with my husband being off Friday, and we had some things happen Wednesday that I needed to work on, and so, you know, I knew I wasn't going to be working on it any longer, so I haven't made any more progress. So I'm going to put that aside, maybe start it during Advent. Stitchin' Mommy does something where she says, she tries to put, you know, so many stitches in every day, or so much time in every day. And City Stitcher did that with her Lent stitch. She said at least a half an hour, no more than an hour every day. I don't know if I can do that, but I will try to pick it up, you know, at least once a week and work on it for one full. I find I do better if I say I'm going to work on this all day today versus, you know, an hour on this or 20 minutes on this. And because of the way I spread things out, it would require me picking everything up, and it was just, so it's better if I just wake up in the morning, set out one full stitch, work on it all day, and then pick it up at night, than trying to, you know, juggle a bunch of different projects. So anyway, so that's all I have today. It's a really short video. It's only 15 minutes. But anyway, that's it. So I am at 150 subscribers. So I was kind of hoping to move a little forward. I didn't do that. But when I get to 200, I will have a little giveaway. Not a lot, probably just a chart that I've done, already made, one that I paid for, not a freebie. I'll probably do that, and then we'll see when we reach that. So thank you for joining me today. I'm sorry it was short. I didn't have a lot to say. I don't have a lot to do, but I'm hoping to get my sewing machine back this week. Hopefully. I miss it. I didn't get a lot of finishing done in March because it died on me after the second week in March. So March was my finish all the finishes, fully finish all the finishes. So I'm just waiting for that call saying my sewing machine is ready. And, you know, maybe hopefully next week I'll have it and I can show you some fully finished Easter things that I can put in a box and wait for next year. So anyway, again, thank you for joining me. It was good having you here, and I will see you guys again next week. Bye-bye.